Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be continuing our color along in Eriy's Fairy Tales, and we are working on this Rapunzel page. And this is where we've gotten so far. And every time I look at it, I'm a little bit more happy with it, so I think that we did a good job. So today I thought that we would work a little bit on the background. I've got my Inktense pencils pulled here. And we're going to use some, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do some greens on the background. So I'm going to use a little bit of this yellow color, a little bit of the spring green, I think. Let me take a look at my chart again. Because I definitely want it to be a little bit lighter right in here, but then I want it to get darker as we move away from that, those lanterns. So yeah, let's do that yellow, a little bit of apple green, probably some spring green. Okay, let's do the hooker's green, beech green, and iron green. Okay, so instead of the beech green, I grabbed my mallard green. So it's going to get kind of more of like a bluey green as you go this way now. So to start, I am just going to do a little tiny bit of this yellow just at the very tip of the hill there. Then we're going to go to the apple green. And then we're going to do the spring green because that's kind of it's a little more mossy kind of tone. And then we're going to do some of the hooker's green. That's going to be a larger area here. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all of this area with that hooker's green. Okay, and now with the mallard, I'm going to, especially down in these areas, I'm going to add this green in here. This is kind of like a brighter turquoisey green, but when you mix it with that hooker's green, it should create a nice, just like a darker tone. Okay, and then over on this side, let's do, I'm going to take some of this apple green and put a little bit right there. And then we'll do the hooker's green, a little bit of that mallard right there. And then I'm going to do a light layer of the hooker's green over here just to give me that tone in there, that yellowy greenish tone. But the rest of it is going to be mostly the mallard green and the iron green. So there's the mallard. And then let's get some of this iron green in here. Specifically underneath these trees too, we need some of this iron green thrown in here. All right, let me grab my water brush and we will see how I did. Okay, so I'm going to turn the book and we will get started. I'm going to make sure you guys are on screen. So I'm going to start with the yellow and clean off my brush because I don't want it to be quite that yellow. I really love Inktense in these books. I know I say it every time I use them, but they're just fun. They do what you want them to do. Use the same thing up here. Okay. I don't want that mallard to move too much because I want that shadow to kind of stay in place. So I'm gonna play with this part here a little. Get that color to stay in place. I'm hoping you guys can see what I'm doing. I know I'm zoomed out a little bit, but I kind of wanted you to see the whole picture. Should be able to tell pretty much what's going on. So in here, I'm just really getting that iron green color. Okay, again, I'm moving my water brush towards the bottom of this tree so that the iron green stays in place. Okay, and then I do have to turn the book again because now I'm going to continue going that direction with the other colors. The nice thing, like I said, about using those Inktense pencils is once you get your kind of colors blocked out where you want, you can kind of keep them in that place so that your shadows stay where the shadows are supposed to go. Yeah, okay, so let's get this part colored in. So this part, you'll remember, has a little bit of the beech green and, is it the beech green? The hooker's green. And some of the mallard green. And then now we're working our way into the iron green. I'm going to clean my brush off in between some of these so that my dark colors stay where I want my dark colors to be. All right, so let's do these shrubs. We need these trees done and these shrubs. So the trees, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do some of this iron green and maybe some of that beech green because I want it to be a little bit darker. I want it to be mostly the iron so that it'll be nice and dark. So let's try that and see what we do. See how we do. And well, I guess these parts over here would be a little bit lighter, so we'll all adjust accordingly as we go that way. But for now, I'm gonna do the iron green, and then I'm coloring over top with the beech green. I'm gonna do the same thing, just a little bit of the iron, then we'll go to the beech. Then we'll go to, let's grab the, nope, not that one. We'll grab the spring. And then a little bit of yellow. See how that goes. So yellow, spring, beech, and iron. So again, I'm going to start in my lightest color and blend towards that darker color. And then I just kind of really just pounce that iron green back into the bushes a little bit. So we're going to start with the yellow, into the spring green, into the beech green. You can see kind of how the colors just kind of get pushed around there. So it's super dark on this edge, but not quite as dark over here. So I'm going to add some of this dark color back underneath towards the base of the shrubs and pounce that color so there's no harsh lines. Okay, and then we can get this side. Then I can come back through and pounce that color back around so that I kind of get a little bit of a textured look. So it's not just a solid color. All right. I like that. I think we're going to make this a river. You know what would be cute is if I had, oh, gosh darn it. If I have a few little sparkly bits on the water. Okay, so let me get a couple of those colors. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of reflecting on the water, just a little bit up at the top here. So I'm going to add in some of the Sherbet Lemon. So I'm just going to grab a couple of spots, a little bit of the Carmine Pink, and very lightly with this one, I'm going to color that in. And then a few of the, just a little bit of the turquoise. Okay, and then I am going to use my, I'm going to have to go get it. Hang on just a sec. Okay, zoomed in a little bit, just so you can see. I went and got my Pentel, my really good one with the finer tip, and I am just going to make little circles with the colors I put down. So we have the Sherbet Lemon, right? Yeah, Sherbet Lemon, Carmine Pink, and the Teal Green. So I'm just going to go ahead and make tiny little circles with those colors that I already have on the, okay. I don't like how bright that yellow is. I wish I could lighten that up a lot more. But I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Okay, I think that'll be all right. And then we're gonna come in with a blue color now. Let's see, what color do I want? I want the sea blue, I think. So I'm going to fill this in the spaces in between and around. All right, I'm just using the sea blue all the way up. I'm going to add in a little bit of the iron blue in a couple of spots. And let's do, what is this one? Nope, not iris blue, the deep blue, I think, in a couple of spots. Okay, so again, I'm going to use that really fine tip point. And try to just blend that out as best I can around those colors that I already put down. Just so I get a little bit of a reflection kind of vibe. So there's a little bit of colors reflecting on the water. Again, it's a very abstract look, but hopefully it kind of reflects what's up in the sky a little bit. Okay. And then we'll work our way into the rest of those colors. I'm just kind of patting those colors around because I want it to be a nice mix. Blues. All right, well, not quite the effect that I was going for, but close. So let me grab, where's the blue that I just used? Okay, so I have my sea blue. I'm just going to take some of the color straight from the tip to really make sure that I get enough of the color down in the water here. Okay. And then the other thing I can do is I can come in with my Posca pen and add some dots in here too. There's the water. And then I said we needed to do these shrubs down here, right? So let's get some colors for that. So this might seem weird, but I'm gonna add some like dark blue into this. So I've got this iron blue, and then I'm gonna go to the iron green. So iron blue, iron green. Then I'm gonna do the mallard, hooker's green, and the spring green. Spring green color up top here. This at the very tip. And on this side as well. And then we're going to go to the hooker's green. It's going to be our next darkest shade. And again, this is going to look like a hot mess until I can get to it. So then I'm going to have the mallard green be next. And that's going to go right underneath where that little line is. So that's like it's almost like I'm going to do a little bit of this up here too. Just a little. It's going to be the start of our shadow colors here. Okay, and then we've got, what was the next one? The iron green, which is going to go at the bottom here. And then this iron blue, you know what, I'm going to hold off on that one. I might use that at the end, but let me, I'm going to get this activated and then we will see where we're at. Okay, so it's been a day since I have been able to work on this. I am going to activate this with my water and we will see how it looks. I'm going to turn the book here. And again, I'm going to start with my lighter colors and work into the darker ones. All right, while that is drying, I think I am going to add a few little dots into the lanterns here. So I have my white Posca. I have, let's use this pink Posca. And I have like this ivory colored one. So I'm going to start with the ivory and see. I'm just going to pounce, like I'm going to put a dot down and then use my finger to kind of dab away some of the color. Okay. Again, just a dab off some of the color that's on there. And then come in with the white. There we go. Okay, I like that a lot better. Let's see, what else can we do while that is drying? We could kind of map out what is going to happen with all of this greenery. So I really like on this inspiration image how there is just greenery kind of growing up all over the place. So I kind of want to do that. So I think basically it's just a matter of adding in more greenery behind what's already here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Prismacolors, and I'm going to go ahead and add in color in this greenery and add in any extra greenery that I want to add in. So let me grab my supplies and I will be right back with you. Okay, so for the leaves, I have pulled from my Prismacolors. I have spring green, light green, peacock green, and dark green. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my darker colors first. So I'm going to start with my dark green. And we're going to go ahead and just color in some of the areas with the darker color. I'm going to show you a couple of leaves and then I will do the rest off camera. So we're going to do that dark green, and then I'm going to go right over top with the peacock and kind of extend that color out a little bit. Okay, and then we're using the light green. And again, I'm going to use this one kind of as a blender and go over top of those other colors. Using a medium pressure. And fading into a light pressure as I move away from those colors I've already put down. Okay, and then I'm going to use this spring green and we're going to go over all of it. And just get that all kind of blended out as best we can. That did not want to blend very well. We might have to start, I might have to do another leaf just to see if I can get things to blend out a little bit better. So I'm going to use the peacock again. Just another little light layer. Very light, very light, very light, very light. Because I want a nicer blend between the two colors. It looks a little bit better. Okay, well, let's start opposite. I do a couple more leaves just to see if I can get it to look better, because I did the little blend test off camera and it looked okay. So I've got the light green, I'm sorry, the spring green, the light green. And blend that again a little bit. Okay. Peacock. Maybe I need another color between the light green and the peacock green. That's probably what it is. It's blending okay. And then the dark green in the darkest bits. Well, I was hoping not to layer as much with these pencils, but it looks like this paper is going to make me layer no matter what pencils I use. So, but that blend looks a lot better. Let me see if I can fix that one. Let me use, I'm going to try this Parrot green and see what happens. That looks a little bit better. The leaves don't all have to look the same either. They can all be varied because it's all supposed to be a little, they're leaves. Most leaves don't look exactly the same every time. Okay, so I'm going to continue with these colors, just finish filling in all of these leaves, and then we're going to start drawing in the other leaves that I want to add in. So I will be back with you guys here again in a second. All right, we got the leaves all colored in. I am going to add in, I'm using the Parrot green, and I'm just going to trace any of the stems with this color. I might make it darker too, but for now it's just going to be this Parrot green color. Okay, so now we got to figure out how much we want to add. So I really do love this inspiration image. You can see the whole base of it is overgrown, and then there's that vine that creeps up, but I don't think that it would reach quite all the way up here. So we might just have this kind of cascade down a little bit, and then maybe add in a couple, I don't know, maybe have a little bit coming across the roof here, and then add in some more in the background there. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go in and start sketching in leaves. I'm not necessarily gonna draw the same ones as these. It's probably gonna look more like these kind of viney bits. But I'm going to speed that up while I do that, and I will talk to you guys again here in a second. Okay, so I think that is the vines drawn in. I am going to take this spring green color and just lightly shade around some of these vines just to add a little bit more color in there. Like I know that the tower is going to be kind of a white color, so I want these vines to look really full and like they're taking up a lot of space. You can see where I did go over like the edge a couple of times. I'm going to bring in one of my paint pens here in a second and see if I can make those a little bit more pronounced. I also did go behind a few of the leaves with some, I drew like in a shadow leaf here behind a few of those bigger leaves, but I didn't do all of them. I just did a few. Okay. Almost done with this. All right, I think that looks okay. So the next thing I want to do, now there are some flowers and stuff in here, but I don't really want to mess with that so much today. So I think what I will probably do is maybe we'll do the roof here. I'm going to go ahead and put in a base layer on the roof and then a base layer on her hair with the Inktense. And then I will be doing some detail work with my colors, my Prismacolors. So I want a nice light purpley color for the roof. So let's see. So I've got this color here. I like this red violet. I also like the mauve and the thistle. Let's try the thistle and see how that goes. Okay, so I'm going to do a very light layer over the whole roof here. All right, and then I'm going to use, for her hair, I'm going to use a base of the Sicilian yellow. So I'm just going to go ahead and color that in as well. And then when I go to do the detail work and stuff, this will already be on here for me. So it'll be nice and have that nice base layer already in there. Okay, so let me activate these. I am going to start with the yellow though, so I don't completely mess this up. Okay, that is all done. Let me get this top part now. Alright, so that is everything for today, I think. We worked on the background, all of the grass, the water. We added the lights to the little river here. Worked on the roof, added in all of this extra greenery, and then went ahead and put a base layer on her hair. So next time we will finish up the trees, color in these cute little birdies, finish up the tower, and Rapunzel herself. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to tag me on Instagram if you are coloring along. I would love to see your pages. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.